Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Oh my goodness, here we are at the end of January and I'm looking at ways to create a Valentine's card. Unfortunately, the stuff I ordered for Valentine's Day hasn't been delivered yet because of COVID and Brexit. So I'm using the meant to be stamp set, which is from the annual catalogue, on page 69, and then there are the dies to match. It's no longer bundled because this has carried over from the previous year. These are the dies that go with this set, and I'm just going to die cut a couple of hearts from this die. I took some elements from the January to June mini on page 16, and it's these little cards. They're called Sweet Little Valentine Cards and More, and there's a pack of 10, 5 each of 2 double-sided designs. That is the reverse of that, and these are the other ones, and this is the reverse of this one. And they've got pre-printed cards as well, so that one goes with this, and that's the reverse of this card, and there's an envelope to match. This is the other design. Those are the envelopes that match, and this is the reverse of that one. I die cut this from the Best Plaid Builder dies. It's part of a bundle with the Best Year stamp set. We're not going to be using the stamp set, but we're just only going to be using the dies. For the inside of the card, I used the Happy Valentine's Day from Meant to Be, and also this image from Touched My Heart. This is a host set which you can earn for free with a qualifying workshop order. The inks I'm using are Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy and Versamark. Also need heat and stick powder, a heat tool, adhesive sheets and the gilded leafing embellishment. The card base is in Coastal Cabana and it measures 4 1/8 by 11 3/4. In metric, that's 10.5 by 29.8 centimeters and folded in half. For the inside of the card, you need a basic white piece, 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. That's 9.5 by 14 centimeters. You need a Night of Navy piece that measures 6 inches by 4 1/2 inches, and also a basic white one in the same size, and in metric 15.2 by 11.5 centimeters. You then cover the back of the Night of Navy with the adhesive sheets, and on the basic white one you need to cover it front and back. So you've got an adhesive sheet on this side as well as on the reverse. So I've already done that to save time, and the reason why you have it on both sides is because one side you're going to do the gilding, and then on the reverse it's already got the adhesive sheet, so it makes it easier to adhere to your cardstock. See the gold underneath there? That's been gilded. So now we need to make a cutting sandwich. Platform 1, platform 2, which is your thin die adapter, one of the plate 3s, your cardstock, the adhesive sheet face down, your die on top of that, and then another platform 3, and you're ready to run that through the machine. So that's my first die cut piece. I'm going to save some of these leftovers because I want to use it to cut the heart, and then you want to make sure you get rid of all the little pieces. There might be 1 or 2 pieces left. I'm ready to die cut the other piece, and I'll be back. I'm going to save just one of these bits to cut out my heart. Now I've decanted my gilding flakes into a tin that's big enough to hold a whole card front, and I will peel off this top layer and pop the gilding flakes on top, press it down. Actually, I'll turn it over the other side and carry on pressing it down to pick up some more flakes to stick to the sticky bit that's been exposed. Now that I'm happy that it's all covered, I can use my fingers to take off the excess. Don't be afraid of it. It won't jump out and bite you. But you just have to remember not to sneeze or cough and work in a draft-free room, because these gilding flakes will just fly everywhere. Okay, that's most of it off, and I think it's all stuck down. You don't want sticky hands either, or damp hands, because the flakes will stick to you. Now I've put this on a scratch piece of paper so I can work on the flat, and I've got a stenciling brush, and what I'm going to do is just gently brush the excess off here, and I've put it on a scratch piece of paper so then I can tip the gilding flakes back into the tin. Tip that back into the tin to use for another time. Brush off the bits on my hand. Remove this sticky backing from the underside of the cardstock and stick this on my card front. Take the scissors and trim off the ends. Now I can peel away the backing paper from this piece here and place it on top of my card so that parts of it show. Trim off the bits. Now remember, with this piece I had both sides covered with the adhesive sheet, so if I just cut another piece the same size as this, I can take off one layer and glue this piece on top, and then I can go and die cut my heart. So this time I'm going to bring in my platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, but I'm using the top plate on the bottom and I'm putting my die face up, and this is because then I can see where I'm cutting. I want a bigger heart and a smaller heart. Will that fit? Smaller heart. Then I'll go and run that through the machine and I'll be back. So grab one of these cards and then just put some dimensionals on the back and center it onto the card. Peel back the backing tape, put one heart there and one here. And that's the front finished. Now I've set up my stamparatus so that I don't stamp it crooked. I'm going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day in Night of Navy ink. And then ink up this image. And I'm going to stamp off first, then stamp on. Then adhere that to my card base. on the inside, leaving an even border all round. I also made a little mini card using the gilding here, so I've got a double layer of this crisscross grid. One is gilded and the other isn't. The list of supplies is below this video in the Show More section. You can also read more about it on my blog at stampwithlane.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back with more inspiration next time. Bye!